Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. This is the part second of microbiology previous paper BS Nursing. In this lecture, we will discuss the MCQs number 36 to MCQs number 70. MCQs number 36 is which of the following is the first priority in preventing infections when providing care for a client? So, when we provide care to a client, we must use hand washing. The best answer is the hand washing. All of the following are diseases caused by eating contaminated food. So all are trichinosis is the foodborne infection, Norwalk is the foodborne infection, listeriosis is the foodborne infection, trachoma is not a foodborne infection. Innate immunity is developed by mechanical barrier, chemical barrier, both A and B. So both A and B are the best answer. What mode of infection transmission is due to contaminated hands being moved to mouth? So it is the ingestion. The antibody that is first formed after the infection is the IgM antibody first formed after the infection that indicate the acute infection. What is the usual order of events in the chain of infection? The chain of infection include different six steps: infectious organism, reservoir of the infectious agent, route of exit, mode of the transmission, portal of entry, and the susceptible host. Freeze drying is called the lyophilization. Which type of hypersensitivity reaction are called the T cell mediated? It is type 4 hypersensitivity is called the T cell mediated immunity. Type 4 is also called the delayed hypersensitivity. What is the ringworm of the scalp called? The ringworm of the scalp is called the tinea capitis. MCQ number 45 is the defense system that recognizes precise foreign antibody is the which line of defense? It is the third line of defense. The activity of antigens and antibodies are involved in the uh, dash line of defense. It is in the specific line of defense that is also called the third line of defense. Which of the following immunoglobulin is responsible for most allergic and hypersensitivity reaction? So IgE is involved in the hypersensitivity reaction. The main difference between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell is the membrane-bound nucleus. Membrane-bound nucleus is present in the eukaryotic cell and absent in the prokaryotic cell. Which of the following cell of the immune system do not perform phagocytosis? So amongst these options, basophil is not responsible for the phagocytosis. It is responsible in the reaction of the hypersensitivity. Which of the following coliform bacteria is predominant in the human gastrointestinal tract? So in the gastrointestinal tract, that is called the coliform bacteria. It is the Escherichia coli. Who was the first to observe animalcules under the microscope? He was Antony von Leeuwenhoek, who is also known as the father of the microbiology. The curved rod-shaped bacteria is called Vibrio bacteria. The main way by which the immune system learns to discriminate between the self versus non-self is called the self-tolerance. The chain of infection is a model of how the pathogenic microorganisms are transmitted from one person to another. Naturally acquired active immunity would be most likely acquired through which of the following process? So it is infection with disease-causing organism followed by the recovery. The process which kills all form of life, including bacterial spores, is called sterilization. Which of the following immunity is obtained during the lifetime? Acquired immunity is obtained during the lifetime. All of the following are bacterial foodborne infection except so cryptosporidiasis is not the bacterial infection. Yersinia is bacterial infection. Cholera is bacterial infection. Listeriosis is bacterial infection. So cryptosporidiasis is the protozoan infection. Cryptosporidium parvum is the causative agent of the cryptosporidiasis. MCQ number 59 is preservation of foods by using salts and sugars works by creating a hypertonic environment. Innate immunity is non-specific immunity. All of the following are viral foodborne infection except Yersiniosis is not the viral, it is the bacterial foodborne infection. The purpose of infection control is to disrupt the chain of infection. Which of the following bacteria is present as a normal flora in the acidic pH of the female genital tract? So it is the Lactobacillus acidophilus. In any healthcare setting, the chain of infection can be interrupted most rarely at the step of the mode of transmission. Which of the following cell is involved in the cell-mediated immunity? So mainly T cell involved in the cell-mediated immunity. It is the repeated question. In human beings, fungal infection is known as the mycosis. The infection caused by the fungi are called the mycosis. What is the ringworm of the scalp called? It is the Tinea capitis. It is also a repeated question. Lithotrophs bacteria uses a source of nutrition, so inorganic substances as a source of nutrition. Which of the following microorganism is the predominant flora of the skin? Staphylococcus epidermidis is the predominant source of infection of the predominant flora of the skin. A patient is diagnosed with hepatitis A and is incontinent of stool. What type of precautions would be initiated? So it is the contact should be precautionary measures in this case. So these are the 70 questions asked in the previous paper. So mainly in this paper we have identified that the mainly portion is discussed from the immunology and the control of the microorganism in chain of infection. Thank you so much. Keep watching Biology Learning Zone. In the next lecture we will discuss the sum of all types of the uh, MCQs that has been collected from different sources.